Hi everybody, Gary Williams here for Toolbarn.com's Barn Banter. I want you to take a little trip with me back into prehistory, back into the days of the caveman, when the caveman had to hunt and gather for the food that he fed to his family. Now, think about a caveman, let's call him Org. And Org goes to the local stone goods discount store and buys a brand new spear, stone tipped, and a new mallet, a big hammer with a stone head on it. And he goes out hunting dinosaurs to get food for his family. And he comes upon a sleeping dinosaur and he goes to poke that dinosaur with the spear, and the spear breaks because it's not sharp enough. So he's not worried. He's got this big mallet. He brings the mallet down and he's going to swing it onto the dinosaur's head, and the head flies off of the mallet, and it doesn't work. And now the dinosaur is awake and not very happy. So the dinosaur chomps him and eats him. Well, this just goes to illustrate the point that we always say: get the right tool for the right job and buy good tools. And we have those good tools at Toolbarn.com, and if your life depends upon it, or certainly your living depends upon having good tools, then check out Toolbarn.com, and a good example of that are all the great mechanics tools that we have. Stick with us and we'll show you. We have a lot to show you today, so we're going to kind of breeze right through it. Several different types of tools and tool sets to give you a look at, but I want you to know that if you see something you like, we're going to have a lot more information on it and everything we show you on the website. We're going to start with this tool set from Wright. This is indeed the Wright tool set. Wright as in W-R-I-G-H-T and R-I-G-H-T, both. Now these things are made in Ohio. They're polished, strong, strengthened steel. The jaws have extra gripping striations in them to help keep you from rounding off nuts and bolts and all those things that you really enjoy doing when you're working on a big project, right? We've also got a great set of wrenches from Gear. Now, a lot of people, a lot of manufacturers are going to the combination wrenches with the ratcheting closed end, and Gear has come out with a line that is really a nice quality set of tools. It has a ratcheting end, and one thing that's a little different about this is that it's got a thumb switch, a thumb toggle, so you can reverse the direction. Gear wrenches, it's a nice set right here that you can pick up. Wera also has a set of tools with a ratcheting end and an open end, and one thing that's kind of unique about these, and we've shown you these before, is that you can actually take these tools on the open end and set them on a bolt head or a nut, and it'll sit there. It's a real convenient feature, and it comes in handy in a lot of cases. Take a look at these from Wera. We also have a nice set of sockets from Craftsman Industrial, and there's both the standard depth socket and the deep sockets, and of course the accompanying ratchets and extensions for the ratchets. So the nice thing about this is that it comes with not a lifetime guarantee, but a forever guarantee. And what that means is that if your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandkid happens to break something, they can get it replaced for free, no matter when you bought them. And you won't be around to care anyway, but that grandkid just might be. So that's a nice feature. If you're going to use sockets with an impact, you've got to use sockets that are made to be used with an impact, like these from Grey Pneumatic. Now this is an impact socket set, and what's the difference? Well, these are made to withstand the stresses that impacts put on sockets. If you use a regular socket, chances are you're going to wreck it. It's not going to work for you, and you don't want to have that happening. So get an impact rated socket set, and this from Grey Pneumatic is our most popular set of sockets. So it's got everything you need in there. Check them out. These days, there is a lot of discussion about pneumatic tools versus battery-driven tools, and that's really the case when it comes to things like impacts like these. Now, this, of course, is a pneumatic one, and it hooks up to a compressor, and it's a great tool. Typically, the pneumatic tools are a little bit lighter than their battery-driven counterparts. They're less expensive. They have a little more power, usually, than the battery-driven counterparts. And there are some advantages to them. They work well, especially if you've got a controlled setting. For example, a workshop where you've got a compressor installed, you've got all the hoses you need right there, and you're bringing your work to you. That's where a pneumatic tool like this is particularly useful. Now, if you're going out in the field and you don't want to rig your truck up to have all those facilities on it, the compressor and all the other things, then these things are more and more feasible than they've ever been before. This is the advent of the brushless motors have allowed increased power. The batteries are stronger than ever, so you've got a lot of good juice there to do a lot of work. And if you've got to go out into the field and do work on heavy machinery, this is a pretty good way to go. You don't have the cords to worry about. You don't have things to worry about tripping over. You've got reliability here, just as you do with the pneumatic tools. So they're both great tools to have. At Toolbarn.com, we carry a complete line of both types of tools. You'll find what you need there, and we'll be there to help you out whichever way you go. You've all heard of DeWalt. You know they have good tools. Did you know they have good air tools as well? Well, they do, and we've got 4 new ones here to show you. This is the Air Impact from DeWalt, and this is a great tool. It goes up to 650 foot-pounds to break free even the most stubborn fasteners that you may come across, and you know, that's what these things are for. That's what they do well. And if you've ever had a stubborn nut or a bolt that you just can't break free, then something like this is what you need, right? They also have a great air ratchet, and this thing is great for getting into some tighter spaces with 65 foot-pounds of torque. It's a real convenient, lightweight, and comfortable tool to use, so you'll find that this will take care of some things maybe that you can't take care of with the impact driver. Now this grinder tool is also a handy thing to have. It's small, it's ergonomical, it's got a safety feature on the throttle that'll keep you from accidentally triggering it, which is nice to know if you're using something that'll chew your fingers up and you happen to hold it carelessly and you hit the throttle. It's good to know that there's a safety feature there, and this has got a good one. You can't accidentally fire that thing off. Finally, a sander. And this sander will go up to 12,000 RPMs, and it'll give you a nice, good, professional sanding job on whatever you're working on. Again, convenient to use, easy, lightweight, very powerful, and it will give you good professional results. So that's really the objective with all of these tools. If you're a professional and you're looking for professional results, you want to have professional tools, right? Well, of course you do. That's what you guys do. That's why you're in business, to do what you do. So we've got a big selection. You've seen a lot of tools today on Barn Banter. We've got more information on Toolbarn.com about everything you've seen today. We've got information that will help you make smart buying decisions on all these things. So before you rush out and buy just anything off the shelf to do your job, especially if your living depends upon the tools that you use, check out Toolbarn.com. You will be glad you did, for the information you get, for the prices you pay, for the whole ball of wax. Toolbarn.com.